Welcome to West Milford Time Machine. Today we take you back to the May 12th, 1989 edition of the Highlander News.
Hello, I'm Tim Davis. I'm here with Keith Van Strander and Mark Ackerman on sports, and this is the Highlander News Show. Monday morning, the students at West Milford High School woke up to a miserable day in more ways than one. Report cards were handed out in homeroom, and students were able to see whether they passed or failed the third marking period. Now, the fourth marking period is underway, and students know how hard they have to try to pass for the year. Good luck to all students that need it. The West Milford Township High School will be participating in the state-mandated high school proficiency test on April 11th, 12th, and 13th. The HSPT is a basic skills test that includes reading, writing, and mathematics. Students who fail the test will receive remedial help in the part or parts they failed. Then, the students will be given the opportunity to retake the test during the next school year. Good luck to all. The West Milford High School Band hosted the Rutgers College Wind Ensemble on Thursday, March 30th. The West Milford Band played 4 songs, then turned the stage over to Rutgers. The Rutgers Band played 6 songs. During one of the 6 songs, West Milford director Mr. Phillips conducted the Rutgers Band. The audience received both bands very well and gave a healthy applause. The band is now busily preparing for their trip to Boston. The band will compete in a marching competition, a concert competition, and a percussion competition. The band will leave on Friday the 28th and compete for all 3 days. The band will return on April 30th. Good luck to the band.
The West Milford High School Band has successfully completed their hoagie sale this past weekend. The students went door to door in an effort to raise money to fund their trip to Boston for a competition. The big push came Saturday when band students went around town areas not normally covered. In only 3 hours, almost 900 hoagies were sold to town residents and businesses. The students will make the hoagies this Saturday in the high school cafeteria and deliver them before lunch. Thanks for your support. Let's hit the beach. The West Milford Student Council recently started a towel sale. For only $7.50, you can get your choice of 3 towels. There's one with the Highlander deer, one with the surfing dinosaur, and one with bears on the beach. These large towels, 30 inches by 60 inches, are an excellent value and a great gift idea. Each design is exclusively copyrighted artwork. The all-cotton loop construction is 12% heavier than the standard weight available in stores. Anyone interested in these towels can contact the high school at 697-1700. That's 697-1700. Attention juniors. College Fair 89 will be conducted at the Meadowlands on April 26th from 10 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. and 6:30 p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. The guidance department will sponsor buses in the morning session. Seating is limited, so pick up the permission slip and return it to your counselor. The deadline to register is today. Good luck, juniors.
Mock trial was again held at the Passaic County Courthouse on Saturday, March 25th. This highly educational experience gives our students an opportunity to be an attorney, witness, or a jury member. Mr. Sharmetta has run the program in our school for 6 years. Many of the students who are involved have studied law in Mr. Sharmetta's course and hope to have a career in law. Mock trial gives them a chance to practice in front of a real judge and receive a critique on their performance. This year's trial dealt with battered women's syndrome. Our students and Mr. Sharmetta eagerly await next year's topic, which will not be known until September. The West Milford High School Senior Prom will be held on Thursday, May 18th, and will take place at Mayfair Farms in West Orange. Prom bids cost $77, and they will be sold for the next 2 weeks in the school cafeteria. This year's prom theme song is Never Say Goodbye. The disc jockey will be the popular Danny C. Glasses will be given as the prom favors. May 18th will be here before you know it, so get your prom bids as soon as possible. A new scholarship has been announced at West Milford High School. The scholarship is in honor of Arthur P. Milner. The recipient of this will be a West Milford High School senior who has, during his or her school years, demonstrated a heightened social consciousness through community service. The sum of $500 will be presented to one student selected from those who submit written statements describing in what way their past activities and future goals qualify them for consideration. Along with the written statement, it must be accompanied by a letter of recommendation from a teacher who has personal knowledge of the student's civic involvement. All statements and recommendations must be in the guidance office by Friday, May 5th. Now let's go to Mark Ackerman for the sports update.
Thanks, Tim. Let's get right into the baseball scene this week. Due to the rainy weather, the West Milford varsity, JV, and freshman baseball teams have not played a regular season game yet. All three teams have had games scheduled for Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but were all canceled because of the rain. Although the games have been canceled, the baseball players have been practicing 6 days a week and performed very well in all of their other scrimmages. The next scheduled baseball games are for tomorrow. The varsity and JV teams will play at home at 4 o'clock against Newton. The freshmen will play away at noon at the same time. Good luck to all the baseball teams. The West Milford boys varsity tennis start is not getting a fair shake by Mother Nature. After the last 6 scheduled matches, they have only been able to play 3, which were scrimmages. They have a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. The team is headed by first singles John Sherrill and second singles Darren McCloskey, while Chris Donis brings up the third singles position. The 2 doubles teams consist of Bob Raimondo and Dave Caffrey in first, with Craig Carrick, Chris Baer, and Brian Bonomo rotating for the second doubles team. The next match is against Passaic Valley at home at 4 p.m. on Monday. This year is the first year that the West Milford has a boys divvy tennis team. Excuse me. In prior years, the team would play extras from other teams, while this year the team has an official schedule. The team is coached by Mrs. Woods, a teacher at West Milford. The lineup for the team is first single Ernest Sun, second singles Craig Wood, third singles Jason Opet, first double Ron Wilmy and Jeff Garnish, and second doubles Satis DeCastro and Ben Travilla. The first match for the season is Monday, April 10th at home and will start at 4 o'clock. Good luck. The West Milford golf team has been waiting to tee off. The team, just like every other West Milford team, has been rained out almost every day since the beginning of the season. The team members are Brian Bacall, Juan Haynhill, Rick Williams, Brian Gravestein, and Jeff DeLisi. These 5 boys should be starting. The team practices at Bowling Green Course in Jefferson. The team's first match is scheduled for April 10th. Good luck to the golf team. This year will be the first year for Jim Dransfield coaching the girls varsity softball team. He took over Bob Dendaro's job, who was last year's Suburban Trends Coach of the Year. The varsity team looks really good, even though they lost some of their best players from last year. But 3 of last year's Suburban Trends all-area softball team players are back. They are senior Leslie Gordon, junior Becky Conzier, and senior Chris Kolotak. With their great playing abilities, they should keep the team in first place. Good luck, girls. The West Milford Highlanders track team is having enough trouble getting off to a start at all, never mind a good start. The West Milford track team was supposed to have a scrimmage against Wayne Hills on March 13th, and it was rained out as was the rain date following the next Saturday. Their first meet was away against Pequannock, but it was also rained out. The meet was impossible to have because the rain made Pequannock's cinder track a watery mess. The meet will be rescheduled for some time in the near future. Hopefully this one won't be canceled. That's all for this week's sports. Now back to the newsroom with Tim and Keegan.
Thank you for them sports, Mark. Okay, the Environmental Club at West Milford High School recently elected its officers. They are, the president is Damian Cavalli, the vice president is Kurt Schneid, the secretary is Rebecca Collins, the publicity secretary is Samantha Kearns, and the treasurer is Heather Bigelow. Mr. Steele formed the Environmental Club after his campaign against styrofoam. The club members are participating in the picking up of garbage around West Milford during the school's spring break. They are also planning a camping trip. The club meets every Wednesday afternoon at 2:30 in room 231. Anyone interested is welcome to attend. Big news in the local music scene this week. Torment is being showcased by Torrid Records as well as MCA Records tomorrow night at the new Rochelle's Ultimate Club, Streets. Torment will be playing in the second slot between Killer Watts and Sadistic Ritual. The club opens at 10 p.m. and the first band hits the stage at 11. Tournament is scheduled to start at midnight. It is really important to the band to have a lot of fans there. So if you're ever slightly interested in Tournament, come to this show. It is expected to be a real happening performance. Good luck to our own Chris Van Brunt and all the other members of the band.
Attention all seniors. Your senior class trip is almost here. The Student Council is sponsoring a trip to beautiful Tammet Resort in Tammet, Pennsylvania. This scenic resort offers 2,000 wooded acres that surround a 90-acre lake. Some of the outdoor activities scheduled for the day are golf, tennis, canoeing, horseback riding, paddle boats, swimming, and fishing. Also, there is an indoor swimming pool, a game room, and 4 indoor tennis courts. The trip will be held on May 31st, 1989. The cost will be $40. Any senior interested in this fun-filled trip can contact Mr. DeMarco in the athletics office. The West Milford Board of Education has decided to propose a new dress code. The last dress code was in 1983. The new dress code will not allow dress such as tight clothing, shirts that advertise alcohol or narcotics, concert shirts that suggest profanity or obscenities, and clothing that inhibits movement or causes distractions. The new code is still being voted on, and there is a possibility it will not be passed through. If a student wears any such clothing, they can be sent to the nurse's office to change clothes. Now it's time for the Highlander News Question of the Week. This week's question is, since the budget was defeated in West Milford Township, what do you think should be cut out to help the school district?
Some of the elementary schools in town and try to centralize the kids maybe in Macapin School or find us another alternative, and I think that would save us some money.
It's a good idea. Hi, I'm here with Mike Horsberg. And Mike, how do you feel on this issue?
Well, I think we have a lot of unnecessary assemblies. We sit in third period for over an hour, and I think just they should cut out some of the assemblies and save some money that way. Also, in the parking lot, they have too many school vehicles to monitor us. It's not necessary. They should trust us. We're almost 18.
With Rob Pine, and Rob, the question this week is, now that the school budget has been defeated, what do you think should be cut from it?
I think to cut back, we could cut out some gym classes. If it's a temporary thing where we need to gain back our money, we could cut back on some of these volleyball nets, badminton nets, archery equipment. And I think also, like, some of them classes which are just there to for kids to take up, like, space, like diesel math or how to put together a roller coaster. I don't think those classes are needed. So I think that's a few ideas from me for the board or whoever.
Okay, thanks a lot, Rob. Question this week is, how do you feel about the cut in the budget?
We don't care. We don't care.
You don't care?
Nope.
I guess I don't care. I'm Dave Smith with the Highlander News Question of the Week, and as you can see, that most people do care about the school budget and seem to have good ideas. Now back to the newsroom.
West Milford Township High School students, do you need extra help in math? Have a question? Here's your answer. Every Monday through Friday from 2:15 to 3 o'clock, there's a math teacher in room 205 to help you. Remember, they are there for you. Now that spring is officially here, Mayor Stuart Perry has proclaimed April 15th as West Milford Township 1989 Beautification Day. This day is aimed to clean up roadside litter and any garbage and backyard refuse. Kathy Powell, this year's recycling coordinator, said the beautification committee has received many generous donations from local businesses and many volunteer work from local clubs and organizations. Anyone who wants to sign up for the spring cleanup can call 728-2724. The number is 728-2724. That's all for the Highlander News today. So we'll see you next week.
Not a wet rider? Well, you're fired! Roll the credit!
Chris Miller on sports.
Attention all seniors, it's that time of the year again. On May 18th, 1989, the senior prom will be held at Mayfair Farms in West Orange, New Jersey. This is the second year that the senior prom has been held at Mayfair Farms. The cost of the prom is $77 and includes hors d'oeuvres and a full-course dinner. To top the night off, there will be dancing till midnight. This year's theme song will be Never Say Goodbye by Bon Jovi. The party favor will be a parfait glass inscribed with Prom 89. Bids have been on sale since the first of the month, and if you didn't get yours, contact Mr. DeMarco in the athletic office. We wish everyone a night of fun and excitement, but remember, know when to say when. This year's graduating class will be treated to a host of activities following the graduation. The festivities will begin a few hours after graduation. This gives the graduates a little while to spend with their family. The festivities begin with a dance at the school. The dance is scheduled to begin at 10 p.m. This dance is a good chance for all the graduates to spend one last night together. The following day, there will be a trip to Great Adventure. Along with the dance, the school is trying to plan a laser show to be held in the auditorium. All of the activities have been planned and paid for by the Tufts Committee. The activities have been planned with the idea that no one will be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Tufts' main objective is to keep all of the graduates safe at graduation time by keeping them drug and alcohol free. I hope everyone has a good time. The West Milford School Band is holding their annual spring concert on Wednesday, May 17th. Under the leadership of Mr. Frank Phillips, the band will be playing Procession of the Nobles, Bugler's Holiday, Irish Tune from Country Derby, Liberty Bell March, America the Beautiful, and the Battle Hymn of the Republic. The concert begins at 7:30 and there will be an entry fee of $2. The next time the band will be performing is at the annual Memorial Day Parade on Monday, May 29th.
Come out and feel good about yourself. Give blood on Friday, May 26, 1989 in the West Milford High School auditorium from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you have any questions, please contact the school nurse. Sponsored by Health Careers Club. Attention to all students planning to go to college and the parents of those students. You are invited to a college technical school fair at West Milford Township High School. The fair will be held on May 16th from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. There will be over 150 representatives from 2- and 4-year colleges, business and technical schools, and armed services. The West Milford High School TV science classes would like to congratulate some of the outstanding seniors for getting accepted to some of the most prestigious schools in the country. These students include our own Tim Davis, accepted to Northeastern University, along with Kathy Bryant, Anna Jagger, and Allison Hoffman, who were accepted to Dartmouth. Tim Gormley was accepted to Penn State University, Chris Gill was accepted by Syracuse University, and Laura Maciel was accepted by Princeton. Congratulations to all seniors who were accepted to many various colleges, and good luck to those still waiting for their acceptances. The West Milford High School Student Council sponsored the annual volleyball-a-thon on Friday, May 5th. 8 teams competed in the tournament. The teams consisted of a men's team, a women's team, and a co-ed team. All the teams had 6 to 8 players who paid $3 each. Mr. Romaine's team won the men's division, Greg Carbone's team won the co-ed champs, and Laura Piccini's team took first in the women's division. A total of $300 was raised, and this money will go to this year's Student Council. Thanks to all those who participated. Now to Chris with sports.
Hi there, sports fans. I'm Chris Milner with the Highlander Sports. There's a few quick notes. The spring sports teams have been very successful. We have 2 teams rated in the top 20 of their divisions in the state. The tennis team has won a 3rd consecutive county championship. Now to the sports. The Westminster varsity baseball team crushed the Orange Tornadoes 40-1. Yes, I said 40-1 on May 8th. The Highlanders' offensive attack was led by Dennis Post and our own Tom Topash, who both went 4 for 7. Home runs for the Highlanders were by Dennis Post, Corey Poet, Chris Piero, and Tom Topash had 2. Jack Callahan and Joe Karpinski each pitched 3 innings to combine for the victory. The Highlanders are currently 13-0 and ranked 12th in the state of New Jersey. Their next game will be on Tuesday, May 16th, home against Pequannock at 4 o'clock. Due to the rainy weather, the Westminster JV baseball team did not play this week. 2 games were scheduled and both were canceled. The Highlanders' current record is now 10-1, and they lead the Northern Hills Conference with a record of 6-0. The next JV baseball game is scheduled for Tuesday, May 16th versus Pequannock also, at home at 4 o'clock. And for the freshmen, the boys' freshman baseball team is now 9-0 also. They won their last game against West Orange by a score of 7-6. Dave Murphy was a winning pitcher. His record now stands at 5-0. Another perfect pitcher for the freshman team is Bob Zarzecki, who is also 5-0, and Mike Post record stands at 1-0. Good luck to the boys on the rest of their successful season. The West Milford Highlander varsity softball team improved their record to 11 wins and 1 loss by defeating Orange on May 8th by the score of 14-0. The Highlanders are now ranked 3rd in the state of New Jersey in the Star Ledger Top 20. Robin Barron pitched her 3rd no-hitter of the season and improved her record to 9-1. She struck out 11, walked 1, and belted a 3-run homer. Kathy Tallpash had 4 RBIs with a pair of singles in the 1st and 4th innings. The next game is Monday, May 15th at home against Montville, 4 p.m. If anybody has seen this girl pitch, she's an incredible pitcher. Sophomore right-hander, 3 no-hitters already this season. The West Milford girls tennis team has prevailed once again. I believe we have some videotape on that. They have won their 3rd consecutive Passaic County tennis tournament. The competition was held on May 4th at Wayne Valley. John Sheriff and Chris Donish captured the 1st and 3rd singles titles respectively, while Bob Ramundo, Dave Caffrey, Chris Bear, and Craig Cara won the 1st and 2nd doubles titles. Overall, West Milford won the county championship title by beating Wayne Valley 19-12. Also, last Monday, the team had an impressive win over West Orange by a score of 4-1. The team had lost to the West Orange Mountaineers earlier in the season by a score of 3-2. Their next match is Monday at home at 4 o'clock. The West Milford golf team has been teeing off on its opponents lately. In their most recent outing on Tuesday against Butler, the team came out swinging their best clubs. Some of the top scorers for West Milford were Brian Piquello, who shot a 47, Rich Williams, who shot a 49, and Jim Haney, who shot the lowest score at a 45. The final score was 185-210. Their next match will be next week against Pompton Lakes. Good luck to the whole team. And the West Milford boys track team has held their last dual meet. I believe we have some tape on that too, guys. Tuesday, May 9th, they were successful in a victory over Clifford Scott with a score of 102-32. The weight and distance teams swept the entire program. The boys' last meet is today and tomorrow in the Northern Hills Conference Championship meet. I'm Chris Milner with the Highlander Sports. Now back to Jim. I'm out of here.
Students in Miss Emmett's physics class tested their projects this week on Monday. Students arrived at school with various wooden structures, cardboard contraptions, strings, buckets, tubes, and plethora of other sundry objects. The projects, which takes the place of a term paper, must use gravity to move a ball through a course consisting of a stop, a vertical loop, a horizontal loop, a fall of at least 3 inches, and other variables. Students are graded on their technical ability to produce the product and the project's ability to control gravity as an energy source. To add more of a challenge, after the first run, the course must be completed again anywhere from half the time to twice the time picked at random. A lip sync contest is being held on May 24th at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium. The first place prize is $100. All entry fees and permission slips should have already been turned in. For more information, contact Mr. Porcello in room 232.
We'll be having a free car wash tomorrow, the 13th of May. It will take place at the ShopRite parking lot and will go from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Members of the tennis team have been traveling around asking for pledges for the number of cars washed. Donations will be taken but aren't required. Come out and get your car washed. Torment, the ever-popular local thrash band, will be playing tonight at Ramsey High School's Battle of the Bands. It will be going on around 10 o'clock. The battle is sponsored by DECA and starts at 7 o'clock. Admission is $5 and food and refreshments will be served. And if the news hasn't hit you yet, the Torment demo, Death Toll, is finally out and available. The demo can be purchased from Chris Van Brunton's school or at Scrimshaw Records in the Rockport for $6. The Department of Parks and Recreations will hold a fishing contest on Saturday, May 13th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Bubbling Springs. The event will be held rain or shine. The entry fee is $1. Hot dogs and soda will be sold during the event. Residents aged 16 or younger can enter this contest. Trophies will be awarded to the winners. Good luck to all those who are competing.
The West Milford High School Adding Club is starting a trip to White Heron, Pennsylvania to participate on a whitewater rafting trip on Saturday, May 27th. The students will depart at 6:30 a.m. and will arrive home at 7 o'clock p.m. The cost is $40 and permission slips must be signed in order to go. To receive a permission slip or other information, contact Mr. Kassar in room 262. And now to the question of the week.
This is Chris Van Brunt with the Highlander question of the week, and the question this week is, with the newly formed environmental club, do you think they're wasting their time doing what they're doing, or do you think they're doing a good job? What's your opinion?
I think they're doing a good job, and they've been getting a lot of media because I've seen, my dad works in Chicago, and he saw their club in the paper in Chicago in the Times, so I think they're getting something done.
Thanks. Your opinion?
Well, I feel the styrofoam thing has been blown way out of proportion, and
Steele, and he's going to give us a brief history and summary of the environmental club and their actions.
All right, good morning. I believe to summarize, we've become very, very active with the environment. Activism is the key, not to sit back in the classroom and do dittos and read information about what could be done, to go out there and actually do it. An example of this is, as of this weekend, we're going with a survey like the one I have in my hand, asking people what they want. Do they want to use styrofoam cups, paper cups, or reusable mugs? Could be plastic, could be china. Do you want to have your food products wrapped in paper or in styrofoam? And the title of this program is called "This is What the People Want," as McDonald's has stated. We're taking what we did with our survey with our students at West Milford in the classroom and went to the entire school. And from there we went to the Board of Ed and let them know what the students wanted. And we're doing the same thing now from our high school and going right to the public nationwide with this survey. We feel the students are going to be speaking out just as we did months ago when we let the board know what we wanted.
Good. Thanks, Mr. Steele. And Dave, what do you think?
I think the environmental club's done a lot in the past couple of months. I don't know how good it's been, if it's going to have a lasting effect on the environment, but
we've heard some valid opinions today, especially Mr. Steele's summary. And I'd like to thank him again. And this is Chris Van Brunt, and this has been a Highlander News Question of the Week.
The West Milford High School Band will hold drum major tryouts on May 23rd in the band room. Each year, members of the band audition for the honorable title of drum major. The drum major not only leads the band, but is an example for each member to respect. The candidates will be judged on posture, carriage, marching ability, discipline, voice calls, and responsibility. Throughout the year, 2 drum majors selected lead on the fields at football games and competition, lead in the Memorial Day Parade, and sometimes help in classroom orchestras. On Wednesday, May 3rd, at the end of 8th period, the winners for next year's Student Council were announced. They were Matt Demers for President, Frank Simonello for Vice President, Corresponding Secretary Katie Ruffner, Recording Secretary Megan McSorley, and John Rue as Treasurer. We wish them luck and a very successful year in 1989-90. Earlier this week, Dave caught up with Matt and John and has an interview with them.
The Treasurer. Matt, the first question I want to ask you is, what was your reason for running for president?
Well, Dave, I thought I could make a difference with the school. I thought that I had some ideas that would change the outlook of our school and maybe make it better for the students.
And John, what was your reason for running for treasurer?
Well, my reason for running for treasurer was because I'm in so much stuff already, and I didn't want to overexert myself because I want to give 100% to the student council. So I didn't run for a higher position. Plus, I'm not running just to be in the office. I'm running because I want to help the school, and I've always run for treasurer, and that's what I know what to do best. So that's why I ran for treasurer.
I see. Matt, what do you plan to do in office? Like fundraisers or anything like that?
Well, first of all, I think that our fundraisers this year, this coming year, will be more types that the students will like. You know, not just candy all the time. Where, you know, maybe we can make some interesting, you know, sales. You know, it depends. I don't know.
John, do you have any ideas in office?
Well, what we're trying to do is follow through with what the current officers have done, because that's one of the most important things, is to keep doing what they're doing. Like the towel sale, it didn't go as successful as we wanted it to do, but we still raised money, and with the volleyball-a-thon and like original things like that is good because it's different each year.
And do you think that you can match the success of last year's student council, or even better this year's student council?
Yeah, Dave. This year's student council did a great job, but our next year's student council is gonna, I think, really excel. We got 5 really willing people to do the job well, and I think that we can do even better than this year's student council.
Anything to add to that, John?
Yeah, I just think that we're going to do, as Matt said, we're going to do good because we have the 5 good people who are willing to work and that aren't afraid to try new things. And, well, because we've been kind of with the student council all the way through, so that's also going to help us doing a better job. Exactly.
Okay, I'd just like to add the 5 members of the student council are Matt Demers as president, Frank Simonello as vice president, Megan McSorley as secretary, and Katie Ruffner as secretary, and John Rue as treasurer. Dave Smith, and this has been cut. Go, Dave.
When you get your barbecue grill tank filled, mention the Township Animal Shelter. Aid, the Action Industrial Distributors, will donate 50 cents to the animal shelter for every tank filled. The money will be used for care of the homeless animals in the shelter. So mention the shelter and help take care of homeless animals. Further information, you can call 728-2859. Thank you. This has been the Highlander News. And now to some highlights from the Phantom of the Opera compiled by Dan Newcomb.